So the trailer for Ghost of Tsushima 2 has dropped. Now, you probably clicked on this video if you've played Ghost of Tsushima before, so you're pretty much familiar with it. But Ghost of Tsushima 2, I'm reacting to this trailer and off the bat, it looks good. But Ghost of Tsushima was one of the most beautiful games that you could play. Like, the graphics was so amazing that you could forget about the side quests and whatever main mission you were doing and just look at the world. And they also had the photo mode. The graphics were just amazing. So this takes place in 1603. Now, from what I've seen of this game, I've already seen clips of this game all over. There's a female protagonist and it's just an entire set of new characters. So we're gonna have a female protagonist. So I'm reacting to this now. As you can see, we have this guy with a sword here. Looks like he's injured from a fight or something. Then we have like a bounty poster here. Now, who has a bounty? It looks like a Ronin. So is this guy a bounty hunter or something? I'm just making assumptions. And then we have the protagonist here from the clips I've seen. So we're gonna have a female protagonist. Now, female protagonists are kind of underrated. I mean, when you look at characters like Lara Croft, Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield, like these characters, like, they cold. That's all I'm gonna say. They are cold. Now, the craziest things I've heard about this game for Ghost of Tsushima 2 is actually this is 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. So Jin Sakai and all the characters we saw in Ghost of Tsushima are dead at this point. Everybody is gone. Now, I'm wondering what's going to be the overall theme for this game. I mean, look how beautiful this game is. It's just looking as good as the last Ghost of Tsushima. Now, look at this. The wind, the sky. Come on, the birds, the snow. I mean, look at the details, man. This is like the standards of how games come out today. Like, every game that you know of comes out with like good graphics at this point. Like, it's kind of rare to see like a game that comes out now, like especially like PlayStation or just some new big game come out and have bad graphics. Because once you look at the capabilities of the PS5 and what it can accomplish, and especially with the PlayStation 5 Pro coming out, like, you just cannot have bad graphics anymore. Like, every game just comes out with good graphics. But I'm looking at this trailer right now. You can see it looks like this wolf is going to be her companion. But look at this, man. Now, some people say this takes place on Tsushima, but it doesn't look like it. But Ghost of Tsushima 2, this is going to be called Ghost of Yote. I probably pronounced that wrong, so do not get mad. And look, 2025. Come on. That's really not that far away for Ghost of Tsushima 2. Now, obviously, I have to come up with my assumptions for how the story would go. So, I'm wondering what is the theme of this going to be, because Jin Sakai was mainly struggling with his honor the entire time. He had to overcome a flawed ideology to save his people. So I wonder what this character is going to have to go through and what their whole character arc is about, because I like analyzing characters. I feel like it's pretty fun to do. Motives, ideologies, philosophies, goals, personality. Like, is this character gonna be like a criminal? Is she gonna be a morally bad person, a morally good person? Could it possibly be a redemption story? I mean, it's a lot of questions to pretty much ask. So it looks like she beat up this guy here. We're going through the trailer again. So let's go through it again and maybe we can analyze it. Now, I'm seeing a bounty. Now, this could be her. Now I am going to use the power of inductive reasoning to see a probable conclusion based off of the information presented from this trailer. Now, let's look at the paper here. Now, the protagonist could be a bounty hunter, or this could be the protagonist that's being haunted. We don't know. So, honestly don't know. So, our protagonist could be like a bounty hunter or something, or this could be our protagonist being haunted. So, could our protagonist be a bad person? A bad person doing horrible stuff? Or could it be like a redemption story or something in the eyes of a criminal? Kind of similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. Now let's jump into the next screenshot, because we have to figure this out. So we have the character here going against a lot of samurai. What you can see, this guy right here in the very front is wearing samurai armor. Now I don't know if the main character is a samurai. Now the main character could just be a Ronin, because Ronin in the original game actually wore an outfit similar to this. Let me see if I can pull it up. Alright, now this is footage from the first Ghost of Tsushima, and now you can see the Ronin outfit. Now you can see right here that the hats just look pretty much the same. The only thing that's different is, like, you know, the robe and all that, but the hat is pretty much the same. So this is why I came up with the assumption that the main protagonist could be a Ronin, but obviously we're not gonna know till we get a deeper look. I mean, that was basically, the trailer we got was basically just a sneak peek, but it's nice to make assumptions and think what could happen because it's fun. But let's also talk about leaving the original Ghost of Tsushima. Now, a lot of people love Jin Sakai, so it's gonna be kind of hurtful to not see him in Ghost of Tsushima 2, because a lot of people wanted Jin Sakai's story to continue. A lot of people wanted Jin Sakai to basically be the protagonist for the next game, because people really loved him. You know how you form that connection sometimes, or you just really love a main character that you just always want to see more of them, but the end and deep down you know you can't. Yeah, it's basically kind of like that. But man, Jin Sakai, I'm really gonna miss him. Another reason why Jin Sakai is just gone, I feel like in the new game is gonna be a reference to him, since I'm going under the assumption, because I've seen is it takes place 300 years after the original events of Ghost of Tsushima. So in the game it's probably gonna be an Easter egg, a big reference to Jin as the ghost. It's going to be a big reference to him in the new game. I mean, I just know it is. But going back to Jin Sakai's character, now if I haven't said it already, which I think I actually have an entire analysis on Jin Sakai on my YouTube page, if you want to go check that out. I mean, if you want, you know. But Jin Sakai's character, now another reason why Jin Sakai is not in Ghost of Tsushima 2 is because they pretty much wrapped up his character. Now if you played the DLC, you know in the game he had this thought in his mind that he was responsible for his father's death, but he wasn't. And then at the end of the game he came to the conclusion that he wasn't responsible for his father's death, because his father was killing bandits. But these people were bad people. The bandits were bad people. But if a bad person kills a bad person, who is right? However, some of these people that Jin Sakai's father killed were bad people, and some of those people were innocent people. So does it make it right to kill an innocent person? No, it does not. So both were equally bad. So Jin Sakai actually realized this, and he decided to not be like his father, but instead to take his own path, which is what the whole game is about. Staying true to your beliefs and taking your own path. Now, in the end, Jin Sakai actually forgives his father's killer instead of outright taking his revenge. And this is the path a lot of protagonists go down. A lot of protagonists go down this route where they don't take revenge and they become better people, because they don't just outright kill, like in some revenge stories where they kill and then they say they feel empty after. You know, a lot of revenge stories kind of have that if the character takes their revenge. But in this story, Jin Sakai, he doesn't take the revenge, and he learns to become better because he doesn't want to be like his father, who killed innocents and didn't really have honor. I mean, he killed bad people, but he also killed innocents. But Jin Sakai is on a new route and a new path, which is what this game is about: staying true to your ideology and your beliefs, regardless of what the people around you say, or even your freaking family members, for example. Now, overall, that's where Jin Sakai actually came to his conclusion as a character. He realized that it wasn't his fault for his father's death, and that's pretty much what his character concluded, and he overcame that sense of fear and doubt that he had. But we don't know what they're going to do in the second game, so I'm pretty much hyped when they release more information on it. But this was just a little analysis on this trailer and Jin Sakai. Like I said, I have a full Jin Sakai analysis video on my page if you want to go check it out. But I think that's pretty much it. And if you watched this video this long, thank you, and until next time.